Okay, so today we're starting the Dragonfly worksheet. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab the two Sharpies here, and we are going to work on the value scale up top, okay? When you are doing your own work, you may want to pull up the example that's on the haiku page because it's a way better reference image than the little Dragonfly printout that appears over here on the corner of your own worksheet. So I like the example because you can zoom in, you can really see where the clusters of dots are compared to the ones that are a little more spread out, okay? So George Seurat, the artist you read about, he was the master of Pointillism. And he did this with color to create optical mixing or illusions of red and blue make purple kind of a thing. We're gonna practice just doing a really simple worksheet. Some of you may have done this before, but some of you, this may be new to you. So a couple things, when you're holding your Sharpie, make sure that you are letting that ink saturate the paper on the very dark end. And then as you get into your, what we term lighter gray areas, you're gonna have to concentrate on more straight up and down dots and trying not to do marks that go too quickly. When you do too quick of dots like this, you end up getting like messy marks and dashes, okay? It can be very challenging to sit here and focus and dot consistently and cleanly. Could you fill in the very end of this? Yes, in theory you can. But there's going to be a certain point where you are going to have to show like a little bit of a frayed or breaking apart edge. So don't do that too much. Whatever you do, even if you, quote, cheat a little bit or go off the beaten path from what I show you guys, you've got to remember also that as long as it doesn't show that you maybe found your own way to do something, it's okay. We're looking for an equivalent end result or as close to that as possible. All right. So what I'm going to do is go all the way across the value scale, and this thick Sharpie is going to help me work a little faster. Okay. This is a really great activity to have music, a playlist to kind of keep you going because the dots can be tedious, but after a while it can also get kind of meditative and somewhat relaxing. Okay. Do you guys see how you need to spread your dots apart as you work down the value scale? Thumbs up for yes, please. Okay, so take about 5 minutes or so, and I would like you to go ahead and finish filling in this value scale. Then I will give you in 5 minutes a couple of pointers on starting off the actual Dragonfly itself. Another tip is when you get to the very end where you're trying to space out and show a very light value, you might try switching to your thin Sharpie. The thin Sharpie will give you the challenge of not making the dots fast enough or even kind of large enough. So if you find yourself going too fast with this, switch back to your big thick one again, okay? Try holding the Sharpie down longer and letting the ink pool versus picking it up a little faster. If you see areas that start to become patchy or inconsistent, kind of back it up a little bit and try to even those out. Even if you have to pull a darker value a little bit further down the value scale than you wanted to. So just keep going. And try not to make dashes. It's actually kind of tricky. Okay, so about 5 minutes on this.